Hello and welcome to our first lesson, which is all about introducing yourself and others. Introducing yourself effectively is one of the most fundamental skills in professional communication. Whether you're meeting colleagues for the first time, joining a new team, or representing your company at an event, the way you present yourself sets the tone for future interactions. In this lesson, you will learn vocabulary to describe job titles, roles, and industries. You will practice grammar for talking about your work, and you will use professional phrases for introductions. By the end, you will feel confident introducing yourself and others in a business context. So first, let's focus on vocabulary. To communicate effectively in a professional setting, you need to use precise vocabulary to describe your role, your company's industry, and the responsibilities of others. In this section, you will learn key job titles, roles, and industries, and practice using them accurately. Let's get started immediately by completing a task. Your task here is to match the word to its correct definition. Pause the video here, complete the task, and then we're going to check together. And by the way, whenever you see this icon, pause the video so that you would have enough time to focus on completing your task. So let's take a look at the solutions. First, a manager is someone who leads and organizes a team of people. Then, a customer support agent is someone who handles customer inquiries and problems. A marketing specialist is someone who creates and implements strategies to promote products. A software developer is someone who writes and tests software. A data analyst is someone who interprets and processes data to help make decisions. A human resources specialist is someone who manages employee recruitment and workplace policies. A consultant is someone who advises on specific problems or projects. A supervisor is someone who oversees workers to ensure tasks are completed. Now that you know all of the vocabulary that we need, let's try to complete one more task. Fill in the blanks using the correct word. Are you ready to check the solutions together? Let's take a look. A manager oversees the work of employees. A customer support agent is responsible for responding to customer questions and concerns. A marketing specialist plans campaigns to promote a company's products. A software developer creates computer programs and applications. A consultant provides advice and expertise in specific areas. A supervisor ensures tasks and activities are completed as required. A human resources specialist handles the hiring and development of employees. A data analyst analyzes information to identify trends and insights. Let's move on to grammar. We'll be talking about present simple and present continuous. The present simple and present continuous tenses are essential when talking about your job. The present simple describes routines and permanent situations, while the present continuous focuses on actions happening now or around now. Understanding when to use each will help you describe your work clearly. So first, let's talk about present simple. We said we use it for routines, facts, and permanent situations. For example, she works as a team leader. This is a fact, or this is also a permanent situation, hopefully. Our company operates in the healthcare industry. Pretty much the same thing. We meet with clients regularly. This is a habit. This is something we do from time to time on a regular basis. He manages the marketing department. Again, we're talking about the job and everyday tasks. They develop software for healthcare. This is a fact. This is a permanent situation. Now, let's move on to present continuous. We use it to talk about temporary actions happening around now or right now. For example, I'm currently preparing a report for my manager, so I'm doing this right now. Or we could say, we are doing this around now. This is my current task. We're hiring new employees this month. This month means around now. He's leading a meeting right now. They're working on a new project. She's updating the company's website this week. This week is again around now. Now, let's practice. Choose the correct tense to complete the sentences. If you're ready, let's check the answers together. Right now, she's talking to a new client. They work as software engineers. We are launching a new product next week. He manages a team of 10 people. She is presenting the quarterly results. We offer IT solutions to companies. I am training new employees this month. The company is planning an event for clients. Let's try and do one more task. Each sentence has one error. Your task is to find it and correct it. Let's check the solutions together. We cannot really say she is work. She is working or she works. We cannot combine the two tenses. But here it might be better to say that she works as a marketing manager because we're talking about her job, which is hopefully a permanent situation. We can't say they managing the new project. There is something missing here. We should use are. They are managing the new project. I works. Not really. We add s only if we're talking about he, she, or it. We planning a new campaign? Again, something is missing here to complete the tense. We are planning a new campaign. And let's do one more task. Write one sentence in present simple and one in present continuous for the following prompts. And here are some possible solutions. When talking about your job, you could say, for example, I work as an accountant, or I am currently preparing an annual report. When talking about your company's activities, you could say maybe we provide IT solutions. We are now expanding into new markets. When talking about your responsibilities, you could say I manage a team. I am currently training new staff. In the next part, we'll talk about useful structures. Introducing yourself and others effectively requires specific phrases that sound confident and professional. In this section, you will learn common phrases and how to use them naturally. So let's take a look at some key phrases and the examples of their use. For introducing yourself, you could say, for example, I work as say a specific job title at a specific company. For example, I work as a sales representative at TechCorp. Another phrase you can use is I'm responsible for, and then you say your task or a role. For example, I'm responsible for managing client relationships. For introducing others, you could use this phrase, let me introduce you to, and then you say the other person's name. For example, let me introduce you to Sarah. She's our new accountant. It's always a good idea to add a bit more information about the person you're introducing. Next, you could say a person's name is R, use the job title. She works in this and this department. For example, this is John. He's our new team leader. He works in the development department. Let's practice. Your task here is to fill in the gaps. Let's take a look at some possible answers. I work as a software engineer at Innovative Corp, for example. I'm responsible for developing marketing strategies. Let me introduce you to Michael. He's our project manager. This is Sarah. She's our accountant. She works in the finance department. I'm currently training a new team member. He's responsible for managing projects. Let me introduce Jane. She's our sales manager. This is John. He works in the IT department. Here, of course, the answers will vary. There are many possible options, but try and practice and try to use similar structures to complete this task. In the next part, we will focus on a text. More specifically, we will focus on reading. Emails are, of course, a common way to introduce new team members in a professional setting. You will read a sample email and answer questions about its content. Let's take a look at a sample email together. This email is about introducing a new team member. The subject of the email is Meet our new marketing specialist. It says, Hi team, I'm excited to introduce Sarah Miller, who has joined us as our new marketing specialist. Sarah comes with 5 years of experience in the retail industry and has a proven track record of managing successful marketing campaigns. She will be responsible for overseeing social media strategy and campaign development. Please join me in welcoming Sarah to the team. Feel free to reach out to her, sarah.miller@company.com. Best regards, John Smith, Marketing Manager. So let's try and answer some comprehension questions about this email. What is Sarah's job title? What are her main responsibilities? How can the team contact her? So let's take a look at the correct answers. What is Sarah's job title? Sarah is a marketing specialist. What are her main responsibilities? Her main task is to oversee social media strategy and campaign development. How can the team contact her? The team can contact her by emailing sarah.miller@company.com. And now it is time for independent practice. Your first task is related to writing. Write an email introducing yourself to a new team. Include your job title, main responsibilities, and one interesting fact about yourself. The next task is related to speaking. Practice reading your introduction aloud, focusing on pronunciation and intonation. In this lesson, you've learned how to introduce yourself and others professionally using appropriate vocabulary, grammar, and structures. By practicing these skills, you can confidently present yourself in any business settings. Let's take a look at some reflection questions. Which phrases from this lesson will you use most often in your professional introductions? What is one thing you learned about using present simple and present continuous to describe your work? I hope this lesson was very useful to you and that now you feel a bit more confident about introducing yourself and others in professional context. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.